All right, Emma. We've talked about mindset, we've chatted about uncovering those overlooked niches. Now, do you know what? It's time to get down to brass tacks, isn't it? Like actually getting eyes on your affiliate offers.
Absolutely, James. That's where the rubber meets the road, right? I mean, everyone talks about SEO and paid ads, and yeah, they work, but it feels like it's getting harder and harder to stand out there, you know? Like it's just so competitive.
Precisely. And that's exactly why we're going to dive deep into unconventional traffic generation today. I mean, relying solely on Google or Facebook, it's a bit like putting all your eggs in one very large but potentially wobbly basket, isn't it? You're at the mercy of their algorithms, their cost per click. It's just not sustainable, really, in the long run for genuine growth. You need to be diversifying, finding those hidden pathways that your competitors aren't even looking at yet. That's the real trick, I think.
So, like, we're talking about things that go way beyond just keyword research or setting up another Instagram ad. Because honestly, I feel like I've tried all those standard things and, sometimes they just don't click or they cost a fortune.
Oh, absolutely. Way beyond that. We're talking about really creative, often community-driven or leverage-based strategies that they don't necessarily cost the earth. They require a bit more thought, a bit more, strategic elbow grease, wouldn't you say? It's about finding where your audience truly congregates away from the noise and providing value there. That's key.
Okay, hidden pathways. I like that. So, what's like one of the first unconventional traffic sources that comes to mind? Because I'm really curious now.
Right. So, first point, and this is a big one, it's leveraging micro influencers and niche communities. Now, everyone talks about influencers, don't they? But they always think of the mega ones, the ones with millions of followers. Those are expensive, Emma, and often, less impactful than you'd think for affiliate. Their audience can be a bit too broad, you see.
Oh, really? I always thought bigger was better. Like more eyes, more potential sales, right?
Not necessarily for affiliate, no. Not always, anyway. The real power, the true alchemy, lies in the micro-influencers. These are individuals with smaller followings, maybe anything from a few thousand to 50,000, but their audience is absolutely rabidly engaged, highly targeted. Think about it. Someone who genuinely knows their stuff about, say, artisanal coffee brewing equipment, rather than just a general lifestyle blogger. Their recommendations carry immense weight within that specific, a very specific community.
That makes so much sense. Like, if I'm looking for a new standing desk, I'd trust someone who actually reviews office ergonomics over, just a celebrity hawking whatever brand pays the most.
Exactly. And the thing is, they're often more approachable. You can build genuine relationships with these micro-influencers and collaborate on content that truly resonates. It's not just a sponsored post, it's a genuine endorsement. It feels authentic, which is gold in affiliate marketing these days, wouldn't you say? And they're typically far more affordable, if they even charge money. Sometimes it's just about offering them value, do you know what I mean? Another fantastic, unconventional traffic technique, Emma, involves what I call content alchemy. It's not just creating content, it's transforming it. See, most people, they create a blog post, maybe they'll share it on Twitter and Facebook, and that's it. Done. But that's barely scratching the surface, isn't it?
Oh, I'm guilty of that. Like, I spend ages on a detailed review, and then it's just like out there. I've never really thought about what else I could do with it. What's content alchemy then?
It's about taking one piece of valuable content and repurposing it across multiple, often overlooked platforms. Imagine you write a really comprehensive guide on the 7 best ergonomic keyboards for programmers. Now, that's a blog post, right? But you could then turn that into an infographic for Pinterest or Reddit. You could extract key tips for a carousel post on LinkedIn or Instagram. You could record a short video breaking down each keyboard for YouTube Shorts or TikTok. You could even turn it into a short audio clip for a podcast snippet. Each platform, it has its own audience, its own way of consuming content. By transforming your core message, you reach so many more people without creating entirely new content from scratch. It's efficient, isn't it?
Wow, that's actually brilliant. So, like, one really solid piece of content can become, what, five, six, seven different things? And then you just distribute them everywhere? That feels really smart, honestly. It's like you're squeezing every drop of juice out of an orange.
Exactly. It's about maximizing your reach for minimum effort. And you're not just reaching new people, you're also catering to different content consumption preferences. Some people prefer reading, some prefer visuals, some prefer video. You're covering all your bases, and it establishes you as an authority across a broader spectrum. Do you know what I mean? It's really, really powerful.
Okay, so micro-influencers and content repurposing, those are solid. What else is in this unconventional toolkit? Because I'm really starting to feel like there are so many untapped areas.
There absolutely are, Emma. And this next one, it's often overlooked because it's a bit less public. I'm talking about dark social and niche forums. Now, dark social sounds a bit mysterious, doesn't it? But it's essentially all the sharing that happens privately. WhatsApp groups, Telegram channels, Slack communities, private Facebook groups, even email. These are places where people share links and recommendations with their trusted circles.
Oh, like when my friend sends me a link to a product on WhatsApp? That's dark social? I've never really thought about it that way. But yeah, I trust those links way more than like a random ad.
Precisely. And the trick, the alchemy here, is to create content that is so genuinely valuable, so shareable, that people want to share it in those private spaces. It might be an incredibly detailed comparison review, a unique discount code only found on your site, or a free resource that solves a specific problem. You can't directly advertise here, but you can create the spark that leads to organic, trusted sharing. And then there are niche forums, places like Reddit communities, dedicated product forums, even old-school bulletin boards. These are gold mines, honestly.
Okay, Reddit, I get that. But how do you approach those without just spamming your links? Because I know how Reddit users can be. They do not like being sold to.
Absolutely. The absolute key, is to be a genuine contributor first. Provide value, answer questions, participate in discussions, become a respected member of the community. Only then, when it's genuinely relevant and helpful, do you occasionally share a link to your content that further helps the community. It's about building trust, establishing authority. It's a longer game, but the traffic you get from these sources, it's incredibly high quality, highly engaged, and often converts really, really well because they already trust your input. It's a different way of thinking, isn't it?
Right, so we've got some cracking ways to get people to our offers now, and this is crucial, getting them there is only half the battle, isn't it? The other half, the really interesting part, is convincing them to actually take action, and that brings us to advanced conversion psychology. Everyone knows about basic scarcity, don't they? Limited stock or offer end soon, but we can go deeper, Emma, much, much deeper.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I see those only three left messages all the time, and sometimes I feel a bit jaded by them, you know? Like, is there actually only three left, or are they just trying to make me buy faster? So, like, how do we make scarcity feel more, authentic or, like, more impactful?
Excellent point. It's about adding a layer of genuine justification or intrinsic value to the scarcity. Instead of just limited stock, what if it's limited production run by an artisan craftsman, or only available to the first 50 members of our exclusive community? This gives the scarcity a reason, a story, which makes it far more believable and, well, more compelling. It elevates it from a cheap trick to a genuine opportunity that's tied to quality or exclusivity. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, like this masterclass is capped at 20 students to ensure personalized feedback instead of just buy now before it's gone. That feels so much more legitimate and valuable.
Precisely. Or think about urgency in a new light. Instead of buy in the next 10 minutes or the price goes up, which can feel a bit aggressive, consider register by Friday to get the bonus module on advanced analytics. The urgency is still there, but it's tied to an added benefit, not just a penalty. It frames it as an opportunity to gain something extra rather than just avoiding a loss. It's a much more positive psychological trigger, wouldn't you say? It makes people feel like they're making a smart decision, not just succumbing to pressure.
I love that idea of tying urgency to a bonus. That's way more appealing. So, what's another psychological lever we can pull that goes beyond those typical sales tactics?
Right. Another absolutely powerful one, and it's built on a fundamental human trait, is reciprocity. This is often overlooked, but it's incredibly potent for ethical persuasion. The basic idea is, when you give someone something of value, freely and without expectation, they naturally feel a psychological urge to give back. It's how we're wired, isn't it?
Oh, so when I get a really helpful free guide from a website, I'm way more likely to check out their paid products later? Is that what you mean?
Exactly. It's about building goodwill and trust before you even ask for anything. Instead of just trying to sell, offer genuine value up front. This could be an incredibly detailed, high-quality free ebook, a mini course, a useful tool or template, or even just consistently exceptional content that solves a real problem for your audience. The perceived value of this free offering needs to be, well, quite high actually. It needs to make them think, wow, if their free stuff is this good, imagine what their paid stuff is like.
That makes so much sense. And it feels so much more ethical too, doesn't it? Like you're not trying to trick anyone, you're just genuinely helping them first.
Absolutely. It aligns perfectly with ethical affiliate marketing. You're demonstrating your expertise and your genuine desire to help, which builds a strong foundation of trust. And that trust, Emma, that's what truly drives long-term conversions and customer loyalty. When people feel you've already helped them, they're far more open to your recommendations. It's about building a relationship, really, not just making a quick sale. That's the real magic of reciprocity, in my opinion. So, building on that, Emma, another advanced conversion technique involves subtly playing on various cognitive biases. Now, these aren't about manipulation, mind you. They're about understanding how people naturally make decisions, sometimes, well, a bit irrationally, and then structuring your offers to align with those innate tendencies. One powerful one is anchoring bias.
Anchoring bias. Like when you see a really expensive item first and then everything else seems cheaper by comparison? Is that it?
Spot on. That's precisely it. So when presenting an affiliate product, you might subtly anchor a higher perceived value before revealing the actual price or the affiliate offer. For instance, you could mention the cumulative value of all the individual components if bought separately, which might be, say, $500, before revealing that the bundle you're promoting is only $99. Suddenly, $99 feels like an absolute steal, doesn't it? The brain latches onto that initial higher number as the anchor for value.
Oh, that's really clever. So, you're not lying about anything. You're just framing the value in a way that highlights the deal. That's super smart.
Exactly. And another one is loss aversion. People are often more motivated by the fear of losing something than the prospect of gaining something of equal value. So instead of buy this product and gain these amazing benefits, you might frame it as don't miss out on these essential features that could cost you valuable time and money if you stick with your current solution. It changes the emotional calculus for the potential customer. Do you know what I mean?
Whoa, that's a bit deeper than I thought. So it's not just about what you say, but how you say it and what emotions you're subtly tapping into.
Absolutely. It's about crafting your message and your offer in a way that resonates with those deep-seated psychological triggers without ever being manipulative. It's about being persuasive through a better understanding of human behavior. And that's truly advanced conversion psychology.
Okay, these cognitive biases are fascinating. So we're talking about really tapping into how people think and feel. What else falls under that emotional connection umbrella for conversion?
Right, so leading on from that, Emma, one of the most powerful yet consistently underutilized advanced conversion techniques is the story arc and building genuine emotional connection. Humans are wired for stories, aren't we? Facts tell, but stories sell. Just it's how our brains process information and relate to it.
Yeah, I mean, I always remember stories way more than like a list of bullet points. But how do you weave a story into an affiliate promotion without it feeling forced?
Excellent question. It's about connecting the product or service you're promoting to a relatable human experience. You start with a problem, a pain point, something your audience struggles with. Then you introduce the journey, your own or someone else's, describing the struggle. And then the product or service you're promoting becomes the solution or the guide in that story, leading to the transformation, the desired outcome. It's the classic hero's journey applied to affiliate marketing.
Oh, so instead of just saying, this tool does XYZ, you'd say, I used to struggle with X and it was so frustrating. Then I found this tool and now I can easily do Y and it's changed everything. Something like that?
Precisely. Or you tell a story about a customer who achieved a significant result using the product. The key is to make it authentic, relatable, and emotionally resonant. People buy on emotion and justify with logic, don't they? If you can tap into their aspirations, their fears, their desires through a compelling narrative, you create a much deeper connection than just listing features. And that deeper connection often translates into much higher conversion rates because people see themselves in that story. Do you know what I mean? They envision their own transformation.
That's a really powerful point, actually. It's like you're selling the after picture, not just the product. I really like that.
Right, so Emma, we've covered quite a bit today, haven't we? From those often missed traffic sources like micro-influencers and dark social, to deep dives into conversion psychology with reciprocity and cognitive biases, and even the power of storytelling. The whole point, the real alchemy here, is to synthesize these unconventional approaches.
Yeah, it's been a lot to take in, but in a good way. It feels like there are so many more opportunities out there beyond just, the usual suspects. I'm actually really excited to try some of these.
That's exactly the spirit. See, conventional strategies, they're fine, but they become expensive and, well, less effective as more people pile into them. The unconventional edge comes from doing things differently, from finding those arbitrage opportunities where your competitors aren't looking or aren't willing to put in the effort. It's about building a truly sustainable affiliate business, one that isn't solely reliant on one platform or one tactic.
So it's like building a business that's more resilient and future-proof, because you're not just following the crowd, you're creating your own path.
Absolutely. And critically, all of these advanced conversion techniques we discussed, they're rooted in ethical persuasion. It's never about tricking people. It's about understanding human psychology to better serve your audience, to present them with solutions in a way that genuinely resonates. You're building trust, not eroding it. And that trust, that's the ultimate long-term asset in affiliate marketing, isn't it? It allows you to scale ethically, knowing you're actually providing immense value. It's truly transformative, this approach.
I really, really like that. It feels like this is the kind of stuff that actually makes a difference, instead of just chasing the next shiny object. So what's next in the series then, after all these insights?
Well, now that we've got the traffic flowing and the conversions humming, next time we're going to bring it all together, Emma, and focus on long-term asset building and ethical scaling. How to take these individual wins and bake them into a genuinely robust, growing affiliate empire. It's going to be good, trust me.